Support for this podcast comes from the patrons at patreon.com/FMLFPL. Okay! Welcome to FMLFPL Milan.
This Walsh.
What's up, dude? How's the brisket?
Good Passover meal at the in-laws. Back, ready to fucking pod.
Ready to pass over a pod, and I got my own thing tomorrow night, so here we go.
Yeah. It's a joyous time to celebrate the new year, or whatever Passover is. Don't know what it is. Still don't know what it is. It's kind of a little unusual for us to pod before a full.
It's
slate,
really weird.
But it is what it is for us. We can't delay. So how are you doing over there,
Sometimes the games are until Thursday, and there's nothing we could do about it. Yeah, I'm doing good. Obviously there's no cup shit or anything, halfway through a game week, but I think my free hit's mostly going well. I'm up like 100K. You're up 100K. Still with a ton of guys to go that'll, make or break it. So, yeah, man. How are you feeling with yours? I mean, Captain Mateta. Let's go. You really used your tet on that one, dude.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Let me pull it up.
I mean, everyone else that I had in my team today did literally nothing. My Liverpool guys combined for 4 points, which is not how you draw it up. But yeah, Mateta, I mean, been feeling
banging the
good.
drum.
Yeah, I mean, I've had him for a while now. I put him in like a month ago or whatever, and he's just been kind of chilling, biding his time. But we just completely disassembled them and blew them away. It was, that
was a crazy game.
I was like the first 4 minutes, I was like, oh God, like what are we doing? I was like kind of worried.
Yeah.
We opened the game really slow, and like Western had a lot of the ball, and I was just like, what's happening here? And then all of a sudden it was maybe the best half I've ever seen Palace play since I've been watching football. And we blew them away.
The worst half I've seen West Ham play in a long time. Like both things are true. Like they were just fucking shocking.
Yeah. I mean, no Bowen really just deprives them of any kind of threatening outlet danger, man. And we just, we kind of marked Kudus out of the game.
Yeah.
We just were like tight on him and like kind of fouling him sort of whenever he got the ball. And there was no passing lane to him. So he was completely out of the game. And we just were swarming and we just destroyed them. So, as they played well, Elise I thought didn't play very well, but he got a lot of FPL points. I mean, he was active, but I didn't think he had a particularly good game. I mean, Munoz honestly is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He's crazy. Like he just fucking
camps in the final third.
And he was offering back post. I mean, he's everywhere. He helps out.
He almost got on that goal that ended up being the own goal. He was like right there.
I thought it was him in real time. But no, the Elise one, he was behind him on the back post. And the own goal, he was there, next to Emerson.
A yard away,
Yeah, and they didn't, he runs up and down so much. He covers so much ground.
He's really great.
And Wharton, we're going to have a big Palace section in the post-mortem, but, Glasner era, we look, put your futures bet in for a top half, depending on what we do in the summer, now.
How about Mitchell,
year.
by the way? I went from, I have him on my free hit. I went from a -2 to a 0. Well, it's probably the most I celebrated in FPL the whole week.
Yeah, the own goal giveth and the own goal taketh away.
I was so annoyed at the own goal. I was like, are you fucking kidding me that Hendo is subtracting points from my player who made a perfectly normal back pass?
Yeah.
And fucking Hendo. But yeah, I'm on 64
Henderson
so far.
Is so bad. It's
he
crazy.
is. I mean, that's got to be
such a huge
one
downgrade.
of the worst transfers of the year. I mean, literally 20 million on fire. He's not even young. He's not even good.
We talked about him. Yeah, we talked about this. That there was some back room, some laundering, some favor being
palms
repaid.
Were greased.
Yeah, debts were being repaid.
Yeah,
for that one. So yeah, you're 64 on your free hit. So let's talk us through it.
Oh, well, I just went so rogue. And so far, I haven't been punished. So that's okay.
Imagine if you didn't have Mateta.
Yeah, I know. I can't imagine that because obviously I have him. But yeah, I mean, the everyone always is going to have a regret on free hit because you always just tinker and this guy in. Oh, I had this guy and this guy.
You had everyone.
I had everyone at some point in the last like 5 days. I had literally everyone in the game, and some of those guys scored points, and some didn't. So I don't know. It's like someone like I was DMing with someone, and they're like, "Oh, you like overthought it. You didn't get Trent." I was like, you only overthink things if the guy returns. You know what I mean? Like you've only quote unquote overthought it if the guy gets a fucking free kick banger. Otherwise, you didn't overthink it. You just made a sensible decision. But anyway, yeah, I didn't go Trent, which obviously I regret after the dawn today.
How did that happen? Because we were doing this stream on Friday, and we were both in unanimous agreement that he was worth the attacking threat over Virgil, and we were talking more about Virgil versus Robbo.
We were talking about Virgil versus Robbo, and I was more geared towards Robbo. So like when we had that talk, I was kind of like, yeah, I should probably go VVD over Robbo because I was kind of out on going Trent. I mean, everything that I was like reading and watching with my own eyes was like he was fucking out on his feet on 60 minutes against Atalanta. 2 days off, I just had no faith that he was going to start. And then obviously, I mean, he created one chance that Diaz missed. He took his one fucking worldie and didn't keep it clean. It's like he was this close away from a fucking 2-pointer, like everyone else on the team, every other defender on the team. So it is what it is. But okay. Yeah, I just went for.
That was the one thing that surprised me because I thought we were consensus there on as we usually are every year on the Trent versus. But the minutes.
I just couldn't go there. I mean, the tilter isn't someone that I like almost went and didn't go. The tilter for me was just Dom. I mean, he gets a fucking pen in the first 5 minutes against a team who hasn't conceded a pen all year. I've owned him since Gameweek 13. I've won pen. And including last year, I get actual 0 pens. It's just like, it's just so annoying that's how he gets a haul, the timing of it all. But, I hit some of my punts. I hit an Odegaard goal. I hit a Hammer goal. Everyone else pretty normal, I guess. Gabriel clean, whatever.
The Odegaard goal was really big for you.
Oh, huge for me. Yeah, huge for me. The Everton clean was not huge for me. I had a look at the top 10K. Pickford, 45% owned.
I can't even. I don't know. I can't.
3 penalties not given.
Yeah, I have no words for that.
Forrest, we warned you. We're gonna take action. Have you ever said that to anyone? We warned you. They're so ridiculous.
We warned you. I don't believe so. Maybe I should start though. It's kind of fun.
We should start saying it to people. Yeah, I fucking warned you, dude.
Fucking warned you, bro.
But anyway, it's going fine. But like, it's so ridiculous to even try and weigh it up right now because Mo could score 2 and then I'm fucked. Or Saka could brace and I'm fucked. But Captain Kai took a lot of shots, could have scored. I expect him
not what you wanted.
And playing 8, not what I want, but I expect him to start at striker versus Chelsea. That would be logical.
George revenge.
George and Kai revenge. I mean, it's just a festival of revenge. So that should be good for me. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be back for just my life on Thursday like normal. What'd you got?
Yeah, normal. But I forgot to mention, dude, Raya, save point, and Max Bones in your team.
Yeah, easy. Fucking
unicorn right there.
Yeah, baby.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, baby.
Is that his first Max Bones of the season?
I think it was his first bonus point of the season. Did he get a bonus point before?
1 bone against Palace.
He had 2 bones against Everton in Game Week 5.
That's it.
So his 3rd game of the season of bonus points. All it takes is getting a save point.
That's it.
Who knew? Yeah, Raya. I continue to be so proud of myself for holding Raya and not emotionally savaging him and getting, probably something like I would have gotten probably like 20 less points if I did goalkeeper things. So.
I think that for people who are PFP playing for points, I think this is such like patience is the name of the game. I really do
For
think
what?
that. For FPL, for like doing well in FPL. Like,
perhaps
I haven't really shown that much patience this year. Last year, I had a really good season. Every week, it was just like, nah, I'm just going to hold that guy. And it always fucking worked. Every week, it was just like, nah, I'll just fucking hold him. And it's like, oh, that guy came
how
good.
many people have Almiron in their game week 34 team who are just sitting, he'll be fine.
Well, sometimes it doesn't work. But, good players. You have an Arsenal keeper. Like, it's going to be fine. He's going to keep a bunch of cleans, get some points, whatever. And it's good. Obviously no league updates or anything like that. Middle of the week.
Yeah.
Where should we begin? Just, we got the double in 35. A lot of people on wild card. Double in 37. A lot of people on bench boost.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's aggravating, as we always kind of feel at this time, I think, you and I, right, where we want to talk about more things than are relevant because everything is on rails with the doubles, where we're really just picking from. The pool of players that you can pick from has never been smaller. Or it continually gets smaller, right? As the doubles
season condenses,
as the season comes towards its conclusion. But like Villa, there's not even a point to talk about Villa. Like, no one's transferring a Villa player in like in the next few weeks. And
the only point is TC still has Ollie, I'm sure. Yeah, and we'll talk about it on Friday. And he's getting points. It's awesome for him. He's a Villa fan.
Yeah.
But it's it. I mean, that is a huge negative, I think, about FPL and about the doubles. And apparently there's going to be less doubles next season because some sort of rule with the FA Cup.
Wake me up when who cares? Or they'll change it. Or they'll announce something next month because they can make more money.
Or someone else will die, and then it's like, all of a sudden there's doubles again.
Someone who lives in a large building in London dies, and then all of a sudden the earth moves and the Premier League is fucked.
That's
what's going to great.
But that's where we are. So a lot of people are on wildcard this week, and even people who aren't on wildcard, like me and like you, it's like, do I want this guy who has 5 matches in the next 3 game weeks, or do I want this guy who has 3 matches? It's like, I'm always going to pick the 5. So it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit tricky though for us to talk about the things now because. Well, we have one thing that is the same and will be said. Spurs haven't played.
Spurs don't have a game ever.
They just don't ever play.
How about Spurs, who I bring in Udogs 2 weeks ago, and then they don't have a match for another 2 weeks straight. And then
that photo is
just him in the hospital. It's just like, hey guys, out for the season. It's like, yo, what? I literally just retweeted it, and I was just like, wait, what? What just happened?
Yeah, that photo is unbelievable. But I mean, it seems like we should talk about Spurs and Chelsea, even though neither have played.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, so Spurs. Yeah. And Brian said, are there any Spurs defenders worth it now that Udog's out? Poro's still flagged also. Yeah, Side said, what the hell's going on with Spurs and his private swan wash? And Jitterbug said, if I don't own Son, should I really be taking out Goodman just to get him in? Is Arsenal and Chelsea sort of a bad double? So, I mean, those are really the main things. It's like, should I have Son? And if I have Son, should I have any more Spurs players? Which is kind of the same for Chelsea. It's like, obviously, you should have Palmer, and should I have anyone else?
Yeah. Well, so Spurs, Udog's out. We don't know Poro's status.
Yeah, we don't know. But 2 weeks off, right? I mean,
you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. But let's just presume that Poro's fit. I mean, looking at this team, right? Rich seems like he should still be out. Son is still very obvious to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Outside of that, though, I don't know.
Apparently, the last quote with Rich was like, not for this week, but he's close. We're going to give him the weekend off, and he's on track to make it for the next weekend or something. So maybe Rich is back. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he subs both games, or perhaps
either,
whatever. I mean, Son is minimum 1 striker start, maximum 2 striker starts, which is both basically.
Fine. Yep. And Son is also 100% starting both games.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to me, the interesting names are probably BJ and Matto.
Yeah.
What do you see there?
Yeah, I mean, Matto kind of had his like first okay game from an attacking perspective against Newcastle, even though they got thrashed. He at least was like completing some passes in the final third, creating some chances. So maybe he was just really, long-term injury.
5 straight blanks for Matto.
Yeah, I mean, he's been awful. In all of the other games, he was awful and ripped off accordingly very early. But, maybe he just needed time. I don't know. It seems like he was kind of fucked up. He was playing very badly, and we know he's not a bad player. Versus BJ, it's like the opposite. It's like every game, I swear to God, every game, he gets a 0.7 XG tap in 1 foot away from the opposite keeper that usually goes straight into him. It's like, well, if he keeps doing that, he's going to sometimes score. And he has 5 goals. It's not insignificant. He has 9 assists. They're probably mostly rebounds or crosses to the far post. Not insignificant at all. So I think he's probably a good pick. He's cheap.
How do you feel about his security of start? I mean, this weekend they don't have Rich. That option being removed increases the likelihood of BJ playing.
Yeah.
But just looking at their game, like they have 6 games left, because to me, all things equal, I prefer him to Matto.
I do too. Yeah.
But I'm concerned
he's the one getting the big chances.
Yeah, but I'm concerned with, it's going to be game week 37 and things, we could be sitting here in 2 weeks, game week 37 or whatever, and we're like, oh, he's not playing anymore or something,
right.
I mean, is he a bad game away from not playing anymore?
I don't think so. I don't think so. My feeling with BJ is he's one of the front 3. Okay. Whether he's right wing, left wing, like he's
replaced Kulu.
Yeah, I think he's just
firmly replaced him.
I think he's ahead of Kulu at wing, and I think he's way ahead of Timo. So, like, as soon as Rich is back and Kulu gets in the mix, I still think there's a spot for BJ. There's a spot for Son, obviously. And then, like, the other guy is either Kulu or Rich, or if they're both,
or Timo or
out,
something.
it's Timo or something.
So you do see Son and BJ as playing the rest of the games, and the third spot's going to be one of those 3.
I think so. I mean, BJ went on a run of like starting every game, literally every game from game week 11 through 21. Then he had like a weird stretch where he didn't start a bunch of games, and now he's back to starting basically every game.
Yeah.
I think he's just clearly, it's not even like how well or not well he's playing, even though I would say he's playing well. It's like he's clearly executing the plan, I think.
Yeah.
But like we know that this is exactly what I was about to say, what BJ wants, what Ange wants out of the wingers.
Yeah.
He fucking does it all game, every game. He seems like a fitness freak. He's obviously insanely fast. He's running behind all the time. He's making that cross every time. It's like, he's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're making a lot of points, and to me, it's also, I mean, I don't know. I thought he had more. He had 5 goals. It's not great, but Matto's
not bad.
2 million's a lot. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I feel like BJ is just a better pick.
I think he's a better pick.
Straight up a better pick than Matto.
Do you want the guy who gets big chances every game, or the guy who might create might create a big chance? The best case.
Yeah. Yeah, BJ. I think BJ's pick. He's a pick.
It's hard because we're like almost trying to predict form, right? It's like Matto is one sick game away from being like, oh my God, everyone wants Matto. Right? Like just one of those games where he just like bosses it, he scores a banger, gets an assist. It's like,
but dude, the thing with Matto is, I mean, look at his season. He has 1 10-point game and everything else is single digits. So, he has these little streaks where he looks great, but he doesn't shoot much in this role. I mean, he's not playing in he had some months where he was on Leicester where he was just at the edge of the ball. He was playing basically like secondary striker or something.
Yeah.
And, the way he plays now, though, is like you're not going to be missing out on a ton. I mean, they're going to be like 5s and 6s, basically, not 14s and 17s. Yeah. So
it is interesting to see like the coaching effect of that, of going from a team like Leicester to this Ange team is like, he used to just fucking rip shots for fun.
Yeah.
He was getting
would have 8-shot games.
He was
all
getting
the time.
an extra shot per 90 last season than he is this season. One whole that's a fucking lot. That's a
lot
big,
of shots.
big difference.
Yeah.
And yeah, now it's just like coached out of him. He's like, no, if you fucking shoot worthless 30-yard shots, you're fucking out of the team. So don't do that. But yeah, I like BJ. And then the defender thing is hard. You know, I was just saying 2 seconds ago, I'd always rather pick the guy with 5 fixtures than the guy with 3 fixtures.
Hard.
But like
no picks.
They just
it's pretty easy.
They don't keep cleans. I mean, they keep cleans at a worse rate than Chelsea. Yeah. And basically the same rate as Brentford.
Yeah.
Right. So like and a worse rate than Bournemouth and Palace. Yeah. You know, like I think if you stripped away the name and the like feel good factor of like Ange and we're like, hey, like, you know, West Ham have 2 doubles. It's not like we're all bringing in like a Gerd. Like that's what this is. That's the level of clean sheets.
You fucking brought in Udog's.
Udog's at least he attacks. I think Poro's fine. I do think Poro's fine. Like 5'8", similar to Udog's.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you have money,
he has goals and assists in him.
Well, I think the other aspect here you have to consider is he's better than the Chelsea option. I mean, Chelsea's worse. So, you know, to me anyway.
Well, Chelsea's kept the same amount of cleans in less games. You know,
yeah, but they have all these away. They have 4 away games and they're 2 doubles, and they're one of the worst defenses. Arsenal, Villa, NFO, and Brighton. I expect 0 cleans.
No, Arsenal's this week, so it's away Villa, home Spurs.
Oh, sorry.
And then away Forest, away Brighton.
I expect 0 cleans.
But how many do you expect for Spurs? They're home Arsenal, away Chelsea.
They have one
home Burnley, home City.
The Burnley game is the possibility. They have one
home Burnley for Spurs versus, you know, away NFO, away Brighton for Chelsea.
I mean, to me, it's just an enormous trap, and you want neither of these. You want none of these.
I think you
players.
want attackers.
Yeah, you want attackers, but I think you want none of these defenders. I mean, goalkeeper accepted because they get save points, whatever, it doesn't matter. They get 2 games, the floor, the ceiling, the things. We've talked about that for years.
You're underrating Poro.
Yeah,
I think with his bonus and his attacking is enough that like I want 2 bites of that. I think he'll get me points. You know, I think he'll be better than the average defender who has 1 game a week.
Yeah, but I don't agree. Like, I would rather have a City defender, for example. I'd rather have a City defender playing at NFO in 35 and then doubling in 37 with Fulham and Spurs,
they only have one less fixture. Yeah,
where I'm also playing them in 36 and 30. Like, I'm playing them every game, you know?
Yeah.
So it's one less fixture.
Is there a City defender even nailed? Diaz?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ruben Gvard's been playing a lot and reasonably well. Like, he doesn't have a lot of minutes in his legs. Like, you know, I do. Yeah, obviously, no. They have now. They're fit again. Ake's back, Stone's back. You know, everyone's back. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I expect Ruben to play all the rest of the games. Honestly, so.
And then there's other teams who also have like a double in 37 and a single in 35. I mean, most teams, but
is Tripp's back on the menu?
I don't think he's fit, right?
I think he's pretty close to being fit.
But yeah, Newcastle I was going to bring up. I mean, they're home Sheffield, away Burnley, and then their double is fucking good. I mean, it's home Brighton, away Man United. Like they've looked better recently, a little bit more like their old selves. Like, yeah, they'll probably be better than Chelsea and Spurs defenders, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely. I mean, it doesn't take much. I mean, the
here's
bar
the question
is very low.
though: are Arsenal better? Arsenal defenders better? They're away Tottenham in 35, the Darb. Home Bournemouth in 36. Away Man United in 37. Home Everton in 38.
Probably.
Best defense in the league by a lot.
There's 2 cleans there.
Home Bournemouth, home Everton, like they should clean both of those.
Yeah, there's 2 cleans in there. So
they've also kept 6 straight cleans away.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane, by the way.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, that's where it gets dicey is like, are Arsenal that much better? Are they basically they have to be twice as good? And I think they are. Even though the fixtures are hard, I think they're easily more than twice as likely to clean than Spurs. So 2 less fixtures, it doesn't matter. Arsenal, I think, are still more likely.
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
Kind of interesting. But yeah,
And then
I
Chelsea.
think Porro, BJ, Son, I like. I think that's a good. Yeah, and then what about Chelsea? I mean, obviously Palmer, no words need to be spoken about him, but
I don't think there's another pick in the team.
I think Endot.
I'm not.
Nico.
Yeah, I'm not going back to that well, honestly. I
think Nico's just straight up
burnt.
a good pick.
Yeah, it's just burnt. It felt so bad earlier where literally the exact same thing happened. And I just, I look at his history and it's, he just had this haul against Everton and that's nice. He puts himself in a position to get lucky. I just don't think he's good. You just look at his history and his kind of game log. He's played as many minutes as he can handle, basically. And he's had a couple of, nice days out. But broadly speaking, he just doesn't do anything and he fucks up all his chances. He's just so young, I just feel like he's just thrust too far into the limelight too early. And I just don't think the fixtures are good enough. Like he's the flat track bully for me where, they're playing somewhat decent teams and, the NFL game 37 at City Ground is not going to be a pleasant place to play. I just feel like he's going to have a hard time. I just expect him to blank. I just expect him to blank every game. So, you get a couple extra fixtures and I know you like him a lot more than I do.
Yeah, I actually think he's just very good. And, he has 10 non-penalty goals, which I guess it doesn't sound like a lot because usually the best picks in fantasy are 30 goal score or 30 goal potential at least. But that's more than fucking Saka and Gordon and Diaz and Kai
he's not a wing. He's not a winger.
I know. I'm just saying, it's a lot. It's a lot. A lot of non-penalty goals. There's a lot of picks, regular picks, staples in our FPL teams that have less goals than him.
So my yes, I agree with that. But I think if you put any striker that's his position, he's been playing for his career, and you put him. Give you over 2,000 minutes on Chelsea playing this way, you can't not score 10 goals. I mean, he should have scored more goals, but still doesn't make him a top 3 pick in the forwards or a top 8 pick.
I think
he
it
has
does
to cross
with the
that
extra
threshold.
Matches. He just has so many matches.
Yeah,
and he's so nailed. Honestly, I think they're good. Because they've played up to the competition. I look at away Villa, home Spurs in 35. I'm like, there's fucking goals there. Those are high scoring back and forth games. Chelsea creating panic ball.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, yes, I know. I think I'm definitely dipping into the denial zone with him because of what he did to me earlier this year. Yeah. And I might get him. I still might just not watch, put my hand over that area of my FPL page and just play these games. I hope you do things.
We need to sell beer goggle merch for when there's a player who's a bad finisher, but they're in the FPL team, and you just throw on the beer goggles to watch the game.
Because it's this is the kind of thing I've done this before, where I sit here and kind of go on my high horse off into fucking Hades, and I'm like, oh shit, when it's clearly he has extra games, and I'm sitting here holding Darwin or something. Darwin's gonna miss the same amount of chances with less games. Is this good? Kind of thing. And I mean, I guess Endot.
You were out on Mateta 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and look at you now. You're fucking captaining a haul. So that could be Endot.
Yeah, no, he has looked better lately.
He's having a tough year, but it's his first year in the league. He's really young. I don't fucking know what language he speaks. I don't think
his teammates do either.
Yeah, I mean,
part of his fucking problem.
But he's fucking that team is just all over the place. But sometimes that works in their favor, So I don't know how many French-speaking players do they even have. Probably not that many. And Cuckoo is probably his best friend.
Yeah, I don't think Reese probably doesn't speak French. Probably doesn't speak English either.
No shot. Yeah, no shot there. God, their squad is so
Till
big.
Probably speaks 9 languages.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. He's so cultured. Yeah, he's just been around for so long. He at least knows the basic words of just man on or give me the ball.
Good.
In every language.
And begrudgingly is a pick.
Yeah, and then a defender.
No.
They don't have a Poro equivalent. But like Gusto, I think he's pretty good and does good stuff in open play, but it's not like he's on all the set pieces and a monster on bonus in the same way. And
the
their
defense is terrible,
ridiculously bad.
And the fixtures are really bad. So
yeah, bad for cleans for sure.
Yeah, for cleans. Yeah. So that's a no-go for me.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, someone asked about Petrovic. Will Sanchez's fitness impact Petrovic's minutes? Asking for a wild card friend from Jonathan.
I don't know. He's so bad. I just
got to go to the
bother.
forums, but yeah, like they're both awful.
Yeah.
So it's whatever deal with the devil that Poch has made. I mean, that's all I know.
Or just get both.
Honestly, it's probably they're probably both like 4-4,
4-5. Yeah, I mean,
4-5 and 4-6. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, why not?
You could do that,
and then you start Bob every week because of the Jeff. The Jeff start your backup keeper rule. Everyone else on Chelsea's a fucking trap though, and everyone, Raz, Mudryk, like.
Which I think is, more the conversation about BJ and Matto because, Palmer and Son are obvious picks, but you're going to want to maybe get that third mid who has all these games, and you're going to look at Spurs, not Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, BJ and Matto are leaps and bounds above mid on Chelsea.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
no one
for
else.
Sure.
Raz has just been awful.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sad.
Playing, so
he's like,
he's done. I think
he's kind of done.
Yeah, I think he's finally just done.
He's not that old.
He's got a lot of fucking tread on those tires, man.
He does. Yeah,
not all ages.
He was playing so
equal.
young for Liverpool. Yeah, he's 29. Yeah, but it's just sad.
Yeah,
it wasn't that long ago. He was fucking the best pick in the game.
A couple years ago. It's
much.
just the passing of the torch. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
We had a lot of good times with Raz.
A lot of great times. Let's talk about some other teams.
Sure.
Bolter said, who are the essential picks for wildcard 35 generally till the end of the season? Is Mo one of them? And then Parmo said, Kev versus Mo, is it worth swerving Mo? I mean, he played 15 minutes today, looked kind of bad, however bad one can look in a 15-minute cameo. He just did a couple dumb things. He'll start the Darb, so this conversation might be really useless because, all it takes is one goal in open play. And it's like, oh, he's in form, But certainly right now, the vibes are bad.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they have Western away, which might be the best fixture in the league after what they did today.
Yeah. 2 days off before that game, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, he'll start because he didn't start today, but Spud innings at home, Villa away, Wolves at home. They're not,
They're not bad. They're not amazing.
Not bad. They're not amazing. I think they're just adequate. It's, to me, the question is much more hinging on Haaland's fitness because,
right?
I think you're hard pressed to have both of them in your team, and City have a double in 37, and Mo's done with that. I mean, City's fixtures are a lot better than Liverpool from this point forward in FPL.
And Haaland will start every game for the rest. Assuming he's fit.
Yeah, we don't know.
We won't. We probably won't know because they play Thursday against Brighton, which I don't know if that means we're going to even get a Pep presser before the 35 deadline. So I don't know how that shit works. So
yeah. Yeah, it's sketch. But I still feel like with Mo, though, I have him. I'm not planning on doing anything with him.
Me neither.
And I'm just, he has the previous for years of, doing all the things. So I just hope he starts playing better.
Yeah, basically.
Hope isn't a great strategy, but I don't have a better alternative.
Patience is, though.
Yeah,
aforementioned patience. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we know what kind of player he is, and we know he's definitely looked bad lately. I just expect that not to continue. So, I'm holding.
Sometimes he ends the season cold. We've seen that before. And sometimes he just scores 5 goals in the last 5 games. And we're like, obviously.
Yeah, it's Mo. Of course. Yeah, at least he's still on pens.
Yep, still on pens. And fucking slotted the fuck out of the last one. So, it's good job by him.
Yeah.
Ben Inside's asking about the non-doublers who might sneak into your wildcard 35 team. So we talked about defenders. And we talked about Mo, I guess. Are there other attackers that you think? It's like Liverpool and Arsenal don't have any doubles, so they're like the big obvious question marks. But then there's also like Palace, who have pretty good fixtures, and they're on fucking fire. As Annalise say fit, Mateta playing out of his mind. Some people still have Dom or still have Ollie.
What about Man United?
I think there's picks there. I mean,
yeah.
You could go really cheap if you just want like pretty much a backup defender, like a slab who you're just going to like start in the double or bench boost in the double. I think it's totally fine. We know he's always capable of a goal or an assist, and they actually have a decent amount of cleans, even though they're bottom 3 defense. Yeah. And then Bruno's good. Hodge is a punt, but might be good. I think Garnacho's good.
Yeah.
I
Bruno
think
just got all the points.
Yeah, at least one of the non-Bruno guys will probably get a lot of points, but I don't know which one it's going to be.
I mean, what's going on with Bruno lately that he actually started scoring goals? He's on this like insane hot streak. He has a brace, a goal. Like, he has 5 goals in his last 5 games.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anything's changed.
Yeah, he's just Bruno Seasoning.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of them are pens.
Yeah.
One of them's from 50 yards against Liverpool, but the other ones are just good job by him. Maybe he is getting a bit further forward, like just by memory. Like some of these goals were like very close range in the box.
Old Bruno Pochi type goals.
Yeah, maybe he's just like tired of this fucking dog shit team and just, taking things into his own hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Who would you pick other than Bruno? Like one of the attackers. Who do you have a favorite? I mean, they're all kind of like
probably none. Yeah. I don't think any of them would get ahead of, others.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, look, they have the similar shit as, like, Newcastle. Like, there's Ishak, there's AGO Boy. I mean, we talked about City before. Like, we can rattle off picks that I'd want ahead of pretty much all of them. But
if you
Bruno
think about
Pens is the one, right?
Yeah, he is the one. I mean, just like off the top of your head, you're making a wildcard team. Like, you're definitely having at least 2 City attackers. You definitely have Palmer. You definitely have Son. Probably have Isak. Probably have Gordon. Like you're running out of room really fast.
Absolutely.
Like that's like basically your whole attack. Like if you throw Mo or Saka or something on top of that, or BJ or whatever. Yeah.
I can't believe dries up really fast today, dude.
Munoz, I know. He was great.
Serious points dodging. Yeah, it dries up fast.
Yeah, it dries up fast. But it's hard, man. It's a hard one. As the season shrinks and it's less and less games, the variance therefore increases. So like Højlund could outscore every forward in the game from this point on. Totally possible. It's totally possible. He literally just had a run where he scored every fucking game. He just had a run of brace, goal, assist, goal. Like, all it takes is you just catch lightning in a bottle. But finding the lightning in the bottle is fucking impossible. Needle in a haystack.
Yeah, that's what this game is.
Yeah. Well, over the long term, I think the variance is less, right? Like if you
this is over my pay grade, but you go.
What are you talking about? I'm just saying, like let me put it in your lingo. The haystack is smaller in the long term, so it's easier to find the needle.
I like that.
Less games, the haystack's really big.
Got it.
Yeah.
Small. Give me the needle. Small haystack.
Yeah.
What about if the needles get bigger?
We need to figure out how to do that. How to analyze a player so they're
embiggen the needles.
Yeah, goals imminent table. We got to go back to FFS, old school. Huge needles. You like that poll, dude? Let's go.
Goals imminent table. Oh my god!
Definitely still doing that. By the way,
in years. That is fucking hilarious, dude.
Jaunty in.
Goals imminent table.
So good.
My God.
So legendary.
Oh my God. The dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It's
scientific.
so fucking dumb.
It's so
my
good.
God.
Parma said, I don't have wild card, but I'm bench boosting at 37. Which is better, triple city attack or double city attack and a defender? You like the defender, right?
I like the defender. My head immediately think of like, wait a minute. Well, who are you replaced? Like you have this. The issue with these questions is so much that you don't have the fourth player,
the full picture. Yeah,
so it's three city players and this mid, or three city players and this defender. Like
right.
So if you're telling me it's going to be like Trent or like, well, I don't know, like a good defender.
Yeah.
Or like, but yeah, I think I like the defenders because I think they're just more attackers to pick from broadly in the game.
We just named like
more.
8 good attackers.
Yeah.
I think Foden, like I'm eyeing Foden big time. Like I think he should be in every team starting now.
Yeah, sure.
Haaland will see his fitness, and Kev, I think is fit, right? He just had like the illness or whatever,
He just started, didn't he? He started the bullshit game the other day.
I didn't watch. I don't know.
I didn't watch either. But
You obviously fucking watched.
I saw the team sheet and his name was in it. I saw that on Discord.
Yeah, well, so Kev, that would be the 3. That's always been the problem with City, right? Is like, yeah, that's the 3, but that also costs fucking 33 million. Yeah. It's not like it's very easy to just like bring these 3 guys into your team.
Yeah.
Wonder if it's Walker. I wonder if Walker just starts every game for the rest of the season.
He could.
Kind of should. They're a lot worse without him.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Some other questions. Matty over here got philosophical with us. He said, what's the best use of the last few game weeks if there's no chance of moving up in my mini league, a personal best OR, or cup victories?
The question was the best use?
Yeah.
Best use?
Yeah, I don't know. He's trying to squeeze the most juice out of his last few game weeks. Nothing to live for.
I don't know. I mean, what are we looking at here? You just fucking play the game, click buttons, figure out what's going on in the rest of your life.
If you're not having fun playing the game, you could experiment with ways to try and have fun playing the game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or stop playing the game.
Either one.
Yeah, both of those seem fine.
Stop playing the game, but still subscribe, listen,
well, you gotta
rate
subscribe.
on
We're
iTunes.
a lifestyle pod. We're not an FPL pod. All we talk about is lifestyle.
I feel like we've been doing a lot less lifestyling lately.
It's true. Yeah, it's just been hardcore FPL.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
If we ever get those nice questions as juicers, we take them. It's just usually all the questions are about like fucking your wild card team. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Side said, do you expect Brighton to be better?
You're throwing the listeners under the bus.
No, I mean I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. I'm offering our time and our thoughts and our pod space to them. We work for you, We're just hired guns. Side said, do you expect Brighton to be better this last stretch now that the commitments are less, or are they on the beach?
Dude, this is like lifestyle questions imminent table.
Yes, exactly. That's the pod.
It's coming.
That's the pod.
What's the Brighton question? Was it?
Yeah, basically, are they on the beach or are they going to get better?
Little De Zerbi's baby head. I don't know what they're up to, man. Why would they get better?
They're a little more fit now. They shouldn't be on the beach because they could still make Europe. And he probably wants to leave and get a new job, I assume.
I haven't opened their page on the FPL website in a while. There are a lot of flags.
Yeah.
They should still be more or less more of the same. I'm not expecting them.
João Pedro maybe is like the punt if you're gonna go, after.
But they don't score goal. I mean, they don't do anything.
They don't.
Really.
But he just came back, so maybe he'll help them do that.
Yeah. I mean, they've just kind of tried to kill games before they've started and smash and grab like draws and 1 goal wins.
Yeah,
essentially for months.
I don't think you're not like investing in this team. I mean, I brought in Van Heck because he's like the cheapest nailed guy with a double. Not because I'm like, Brighton are about to turn it on and go win 4 out of the next 5 games or something. I don't think you're probably investing there.
That's not your thought process there. Yeah,
maybe like Gross is someone you like in 37, you go for him because he's going to, double, maybe take a pen or something. But I don't know.
Yeah,
not too interested.
No, not too interested either.
And then a Palace question. I mean, Staffy said, should Eze, Elise, and Mateta all be in until the end of the season? No beach seemingly for Glasner. The fixtures are still good.
Yeah, so we have at Fulham, home Man United, at Wolves, home Villa for the rest of the year. Initially
kind of hard.
Yeah, like initially I saw my team before we played. I was like, I'm going to bench Mateta, like But now I'm like, I don't know.
You can't.
Am I going to do that? You
can't bench him.
I mean,
you can't.
I can. I still might. You watch me.
You know what
accepted.
I mean.
But yeah. But yeah, they're definitely players that if you had them for this week, that you're okay to hold and probably just keep starting because they are startable. I mean, the Villa 38, that could be a crazy, weird game with goals. I mean, it's the way that we look is just irresistible. And I don't anticipate us, unless if someone gets injured, which is possible.
Borderline likely, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if any of those 3 players gets injured, we will very much function a lot worse than possible.
Yeah.
So, the fitness of Eze, Elise, and Mateta obviously are very important here. But, I mean, they're good. We're good. They're good.
Home and United is a fucking banger fixture. Away Wolves is also like, who knows? Neither team playing for anything. Like, that's
it could just be open, up and down.
Should just be open. When teams have nothing to play for, there's usually more goals scored. So
yeah. The thing about it is, to keep and start these players, you're
choosing them over a doubler.
Well, not really that. I think you're choosing them over the singlers because you're still getting doublers in. But you're not going to have 5 doublers in mid or 5 doublers in forward, right?
Yeah.
So you're choosing them over like Mo. It's like,
Saka,
are you keeping
Kai.
Eze? Yeah, like, are you going to keep Eze over like Mo? Like, I mean, you could argue that's smart.
Yeah.
And that's better.
He's been better lately.
And also it sounds just saying it out loud, silly and insane. But those are the decisions, right? Really.
I do think there's a thing where we all like, well, I say we all, I just mean like, people I see in Discord, whatnot, who play this game is like, you just don't want to sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to be the guy.
That's human existence.
That's human nature, right? You don't want to be the guy who's like, I held Eze instead of getting Mo. Like, that's the only reason you're going to do that move. Yeah. Not because, like, you think one is, like, you think Mo is going to get more points. You're just like, that just sounds stupid and I can't say it out loud.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to bench Palmer home Everton or something.
Yeah, right. Like, just can't do it. Just can't do it. Nar. Shout out to Nar. We can't talk about our teams. There's nothing going on there. Middle of the game week. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I did actually. Because I'm looking at doing the Spud midden, which is why I was peppering you about that. Because I think Diaz is my coverage pick of Diaz is not long for this world. So I feel very much like that's my spot to fuck with in mid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm obviously not getting rid of Kevin. And I'm not going to get rid of Mo over Diaz. So, I mean, he's a weak link.
But why don't you get rid of Darwin? You fucking hate Darwin.
Well, that brings me to the end. I mean, I have 2 frees still. As usual, I have 2 frees. All I've done all year is fucking roll. The amount of times I've fucking floated this year is astonishing.
Most in your career, I think.
By a lot. I've probably had like 10 weeks I've floated
so many pods where you're just like, I'll just float.
Yeah.
Team's fine.
Patience
Team's
is
good.
great. I'm doing terribly.
How many
So
times?
patient.
My midfield is fucking sick. Ranked 2 million. So good.
Patience. You start off today. Patience is great.
Yes.
All I've done is never make moves and fucking do terribly. But yeah, like Diaz and Darwin, but I'm also just looking at Western today and just like what the actual fuck is going on over here.
I mean, you need to wait until the second game and see what happens with Liverpool. And because, we'll see who gets minutes, who doesn't, if they look good and click or don't. I mean, Jota might be the best Liverpool pick. We haven't even mentioned him. Like he might just be, he might start every game from here on out and just lead the team in goals. That would not be surprising at all.
Possible.
But I mean, you're gonna have a benching headache if you use both frees. Yeah. Who the fuck are you gonna bench?
I was planning on benching Mateta. I mean, I think Fulham at the Cottage
they've
is just
been
not
great all year.
Yeah, just like I don't think that's a great fixture.
I agree.
So I still feel fine doing that. I don't want to get bullied into it because of we'll see what happens in Newcastle. Like, if we do the same thing against Newcastle, I will start Mateta. I'll just fucking bench Darwin. I'll float and I'll bench Darwin. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so maybe I'm gonna do BJ for Diaz. Like that's the.
I like it.
Yeah. And then I'll bide my time. To see if I want to do
you should just wait, period, though, because you have
I'm not doing anything.
You have so much money for both of those.
We're fucking potting. We're just talking.
We're just potting, dude.
We're fucking talking,
no,
dog.
We're just potting, bro. Bruh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds good. That all sounds good.
Because the other thing too is, I'm starting. I wasn't going to start Munoz at Fulham. I have White in my team. I could do a little defensive move if I wanted. If I don't want to. I know.
Are you going to bench your Arsenal guys? You are, right? Your Arsenal defenders?
Well, I'm going to start White over Munoz. I'm going to bench Gabriel, but I'm going to start my City guys. I'm benching Raya for Vicario, obviously.
Okay. You're not going to. Aren't you going to bench Gabriel and White? Oh, no, you're starting him over Munoz. Yeah.
Yeah, I have Ruban and Gavard's playing.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, I might go Munoz there. Tough one.
I'm definitely not going to start Munoz over Arsenal defender.
You're going to regret it when he scores his first goal and he actually gets his toe on the ball.
Maybe I'll start Munoz.
So close.
So close. I mean, he was also so close, like 2 assists. He could have done a double. He
could have absolutely done that. Yep.
He's so good, dude.
Yeah,
love
great
him.
buy. I'm definitely starting Udogs this week. My pre-transfer to get in a doubler. Easy
wanting
move.
Your fucking life away.
Easy move. Yeah, that's annoying, but I'm gonna figure it out later, not now.
Yeah. You still have Reg, so you're doing fine.
Yeah, Regs is actually just hauling ass every game. So good pick.
7, 8, 9 the last 3 games for Regs.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is 7 afraid of 9? Or why is 9 afraid of 7?
I don't know. Come on, man.
Because 7, 8, 9, dude. Something like that. I don't remember the joke structure.
This
classic
is like
kids joke
on the popsicle stick joke.
Yeah, exactly. But I have 2 nieces, 2 nephews. I need to know those kind of jokes. They fucking kill.
Yeah. You need just low hanging fruit material.
Oh my god, they go hard. Funny faces. Yeah. Shredding the dinner table with laughter. We got 2 new signups. Thanks for the support. Craig Ball and Loose Papoose. Something ass, baby. Get in there.
Thank you, friends.
And that's a pod, dude. Any last words?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Check us out at fmlfl.com. Follow us on Twitter at fmlflsportspeech.com/fmlfl. Subscribe, rate, review. Cheers.